As satellite images confirmed Indian missile strikes on 11 Pakistani air bases deep inside enemy territory, now the Indian Air Force is set to induct its most advanced indigenous or made-in-India fighter jet, the Tejas Mk1A, as well as the Tejas Mk2s very soon. The Indian Air Force will take the delivery of as many as 12 cutting-edge LCA Tejas Mk1A aircraft by the end of this year itself, after the GE F404 engine deliveries from the US started rolling in. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited or HAL reaffirmed Tejas Mk1A rollout during its May 16th earnings call. In another huge update, the bigger multi-role Tejas Mk2 will take its first flight in early 2026, and reportedly, this 4.5 generation aircraft will be armed with the BrahMos-NG missile, which is a lighter version of the missile which has become a nightmare for Pakistani air bases. The Tejas Mk1As mark a key milestone in India's push towards indigenous military aviation as production gathers pace and long-held engine delivery hurdles from the US are finally removed. HAL officials announced that General Electric or GE Aerospace has started supplying the long-awaited F404 Iron 20 engines, which had earlier pushed back the Mk1A program several times. A top official from the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited stated, quote, "With the engines finally coming in, we are poised to roll out the first LCA Mk1A in a few months. We plan to deliver up to 12 planes to the IAF by December," unquote. The HAL's Bengaluru factory has stepped up production using lessons from past cycles of Tejas Mk1 production or the base variant. The Tejas Mk1A variant features improved radar systems, advanced avionics, increased survivability, and better combat capabilities, an improvement compared to its original base version. The Indian Air Force recently established total air superiority over Pakistan, first hitting terror camps and then multiple air bases or military installations with pinpoint precision at will, all without the loss of any pilots or assets. The Tejas Mk1A will be in the thick of the action if India-Pakistan tensions ignite once again. The Indian Air Force has placed a huge order for 240 Tejas Mk1A aircraft, with the initial batch of 83 due by 2029. The GE F404 Iron 20 engines, now coming in regularly, produced 84 kilonewtons of thrust, allowing the Tejas Mk1A to fly at Mach 1.8 or 2,200 kilometers per hour, with a combat range of 1,500 kilometers. This places the fighter jet perfectly for India's regional defense requirements. Significantly, the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited is also negotiating co-production and technology transfer for future engines, a strategic drive under the Make in India campaign to lower foreign dependence in key defense systems. The deliveries are timely. The Indian Air Force is suffering from a dearth of combat squadrons, 31 currently compared to the operational need of 42, a requirement once again highlighted by renewed hostilities with Islamabad. The aerial spat with Pakistan in May 2025 only added to the imperative for advanced indigenous or made-in-India fighter jets such as the Mk1A. Today, the Indian Air Force is dependent upon a combination of Sukhoi 30, MKIs and Rafale, as well as older jets. The Tejas Mk1A will assist in bridging the capability gap, providing agility, multi-role capability and state-of-the-art avionics, all from Indian shores. While the Mk1A gains momentum, its successor, the Tejas Mk2s, is quietly preparing for a 2026 maiden flight, bringing with it a wave of next-generation upgrades. The Tejas Mk2 will have a bigger airframe, close-coupled canards and improved maneuverability, and a more powerful GE F404 INS6 engine. It's being designed as a 4.5 generation multi-role fighter and will replace aging birds like the Jaguar, Mirage 2000 and the MiG-29. It will be equipped with an active electronically scanned array or ASA radar, an infrared search and track system, and integrated electronic warfare suits. Having a 6,500 kilogram payload, increased combat range and compatibility with Indian manufactured weapons, such as the Astra BVR air-to-air missile, as well as the BrahMos-NG, the Tejas Mk2 is a game changer. As of early 2025, HAL had finished more than 60% of the structural work on the Tejas Mk2 prototype, with principal assemblies like the central fuselage and wings already assembled. 6 F414 engines have been handed over to the Aeronautical Development Agency to propel this next-generation aircraft. Now, the HAL envisions a low-key functional induction of the Mk2 by December 2025 with ground trials in early 2026. Flight trials by April and July 2026, after which it will try to push towards initial operational clearance by 2028. Series production could begin as early as 2028-29, with the Indian Air Force likely to induct the first Tejas Mk2 by 2030. An initial fleet of 110 to 120 aircraft are planned for 6+ squadrons. Full orders, however, potentially could reach 210 units over time. Now, the Tejas Mk2 will begin with 82% indigenous content, and this is bound to increase over 90% once the engines are made domestically. Now, the program got a huge boost in September 2022 when the Cabinet Committee on Security cleared the 10,000 crore rupee project for prototype development and testing. This ambitious thrust not only seeks to meet Indian Air Force needs but also propel India towards becoming a defense exporting powerhouse in the global aerospace sector. With the Tejas Mk1A approaching operational induction and the Mk2s coming into being on the production line, India's Tejas program is casting aside the burdens of earlier delays and now becoming an emblem of technological grit and strategic independence. With the 5th generation Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft or AMCA looming on the horizon, the Indian Air Force is finally bringing its fleet into alignment with the needs of contemporary contested airspace. India is no longer simply constructing fighter jets, it's constructing its defense future. But have your say, will the indigenous Tejas Mk1A and Mk2s help India maintain its aerial supremacy in South Asia? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.